Test, test. Good morning to everybody who is clicking on later. I want to say hello to you guys and thanks for watching. I would like to catch everybody at a live stream at some point. And I'm trying, now with 2 shows a day, and I know that it hasn't been great, starting out, but we're going to try to do 7 and 7 California time. And something about that just seems right to me. Good morning, Thought Police. How you doing? I'm glad you're here. First to show up. And I'm just trying to get everything on track because it seems like I just do things and then work it out later. Like I never figure it out, detail everything, and then I'm like, okay, well, should I? I just get it in my spirit and I just do it, Hey, what's up, y'all, yo mama? Oh, I'm so glad that people from over there, from Urban Stream is coming here, because it's a lot of good people over there. I do enjoy those streams. That's a talented guy, it's a talented guy over there. Yeah, I'm good. I just want to get better at what I'm doing, and I seem to be taking on more than I can handle when I take it on, but it's starting to even out, right? It's starting to get better, I think that what'll happen is I'll start seeing more people at live streams, and then catching up with people will be easier because I try to reach 100 people a day that are already subscribed to me, and then between 100 and 130 clicks, right? And then 100 people that I don't know, and invite them here. What's up, Cindy? What's up, Clutch? You saw me all over at Freedom yesterday. I can't even remember. Oh, you're talking to him. Okay. Yeah, I can't even remember where I am anymore. It's like I rarely sleep. I'm always doing something. But these aren't complaints. This is just the way it is. And to be honest, I want there to be more. I want to take on more. I know that if I do a good job, that God will trust me with more people. I know that. But I'm gonna start being I think I was just being really careful and really apprehensive with what I was saying. Generally because I don't want to make a mistake, So I'd rather just say, hey, go to this part of scripture and, figure this out. Or if it's something else, be like, well, this is my experience or whatever. But good morning, Faith. Good to see you. AJ, of course, if I missed you. And so I just want to get boom, 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 7 and 7 every day. I think that sounds good. Doesn't that sound good? To me, it just sounds good. 7 and 7 every day. And so I was thinking about, right, remember how this week it all started out with we were asking questions about salvation, and there's still more for me to learn on that, right? I'm gonna be open to looking at everything, right? I can only say what I know for sure right now, right? But still learning, right? But this whole week started out about salvation, and then reprobate mind, this stuff, right? And I mean, there are a lot of people, right, that are calling good evil and evil good, man. And if anybody thinks that it's good over there and evil here, that's I was baffled by it, right? But now I'm not even baffled by it. with this new fresh leaf. You know what I mean? Like, I did get a lot of sleep yesterday in the evening, right? About 3 or 4 hours, but um, this is what we were expecting this. We were expecting this type of human behavior to be possible and to be happening right now in this time frame. And there's still people out here that think this is some kind of game. That this is some kind of big LARP, that this is you know, some kind of entertainment. And we are like the few people on earth, right? There can't be that many that know everything about this world being lies, right? Everything, and are lined up with the creator, the right one, right? Not, I wouldn't say the right one, the absolute truth, right? The way it is, right? Jesus is the truth. Take it for what it is. There can't be that many of us, right? And if people are still knowing what we know, right, and are playing games to go over there and what, talk crap to people, accuse people of being pedophiles, with I mean, that's stupid, man. I mean, that's stupid, man. Because there are people out there really being abused, man. And we need to go after those people. There needs to be some action. But instead, it looks like we have as a big gatekeeping mission to, blame a bunch of people for this kind of stuff, and to act like you're doing something, but really just tearing good people down. But it doesn't surprise me anymore, and I'm not even affected by it anymore. I was like hurt for them. Hey, I want everybody to make it. I pray for them, whatever. But you know what? Yeah, I mean, we're at war, man. It's time to get real, man. I keep praying for people, praying for people, praying for people, but they clearly aren't on our side. Clearly, they're not on our side. Clearly, they want to waste our time. Clearly, they want to defame us. Clearly, they want to get in the way, right? There's how many of us in the world right now, right, that know the truth, right, about the world, right, and it can't accept it, and can accept it, and have a right worldview to where we're not out there trying to reconcile all these things to our brain to make us so that we could survive out there. Right, people are they believe so many lies that they're just they're stuck in it, right? And if these people that we tried to befriend, we tried to help them, right? There's no shame in what we did to them for them. We uh don't think that for any moment, right, just because I was over there for a year, that I was cool with any of that language, right? It was something I tolerated, right? Because I was like, well, I'm not good at calling people out, and maybe this is how you get them. You got to have a dog like this guy, and go in there and snuff them out, and then we use the power of prayer to crush these people while we're physically saving people from some kind of you know people are going through pain. I'd like to stop it. You know, I would like to stop one person going through pain. But it turns out that that's not the way. That's not the way we got to do it. And but the passion is still there. And these are the people that did want to do something about it. They got kicked out one by one and accused of all kinds of vile things that you know. I mean, I mean, it's hard, man. Yeah, this is it. A handful of truth channels, Ray. And even that, right? Even with like the handful of truth channels, I can't even say one has all the truth, you know? Like I pick and peck at, 5 channels maybe. Oh, Mark. Oh my God. Oh, happy day, man. I wish I could give you a wrench right now. I don't know if you have one or not, but I am in my thing. Oh, that's my good buddy. I love you, man. I won't call you out too much. I won't embarrass you, but that's one of my best friends on the internet right there. Um, yeah, I mean, when Jesus came here for us, right? He, you know, and he gave his life, man, and that's what we're gonna do. Everything that he went through, we're gonna go through it. I think it was a template, for the people in the last days. Oh, he has a wrench. Good, 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 good. I'm glad. He was probably one of the first ones that had one. Yeah, that makes me feel happy. Thank you, Faith, for thank you for that. Um, but yeah, this is where we're at. This is it. We got to get as many sheep to Jesus, right? So that they can work out their salvation, right? In fear and trembling. And we got to um, maybe debate some Bible truth, have a platform for to debate that once in a while, right? And we need to follow along with the current events and see what kind of, things we're facing, right? Um, maybe even talk about, um, how we're able to communicate these truths to our loved ones and try to get through to them somehow. I mean, at the very least, convince them not to take the jab, and at the very least, convince them that Jesus is coming back. And I mean, I would rather them know all of the truth. But I know how long it took to get my head where it's at now, and it took a long time. And I probably could have went crazy a couple times. Um, because like the things that were the hardest, right, were that you have this belief that like, okay, if I get if I learn how to play the guitar and I get really good at it, and I could join a band and get famous and sign a contract, and like anybody has the uh like everyone has an equal shot at it. um when in reality, their friends, their kids, their lodge members, right? It's a club, and it, like, yes, everybody is in on it. Yes, it's like it does go down pretty low too. Like, it's not just celebrities and politicians and famous scientists and famous historians and everybody with a best-selling book, right? It's not just them, right? It's, I mean, it could even go all the way down to like who's modeling on the Kmart, mailer. I mean, I used to think, I mean, and I think I brought this up last night, man. I'm like, wow, how could anybody give up their soul for even billions of dollars, millions and billions or whatever, right? Millions, right? And fame and fortune. I'm like, yeah, but you have to give up your soul forever. And but now after seeing some of the actions that I'm seeing from people, man, it wouldn't surprise me if it would surprise me if someone gave sold their soul for like $1,000, man, or you know 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Who knows nowadays? And it's I don't know. Everything is a scam, man. And it's frustrating because I almost want God to come out of the sky and just be like, okay, well, this is exactly what I want you to do right here, and this and that. Hello, Sasquatch. Who else snuck in here? I said hi to Faye. I said hi to Ray. Beep, beep, beep. Trying to say hi to everybody. If I missed you, it means I triply, doubly love you. That's what it means. Oh, they call me Trinity. Hey, what's up? How you doing? So we are getting a few new people are trickling in, slowly, and hopefully, everyone can assimilate and you know, so far I like a couple of the new additions. Like we're um, we're trying hard, man, to hang on, man. This. I mean, I wish things were a lot more simple, but I guess you could say, like, well, if we have the Bible, right? I mean, at least we have that, and it doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot. It's a lot to have, and if we made that our because of all the confirmation around it, right? And all the digging and truth stuff that we've been through, right? That if we were making the Bible our truth, right, then we do have a lot. We just have to get in it. And I wish that I could tell you guys. I mean, I wish I could say it in a better way, but try to listen to a book every day if you can. I mean, I know in the Old Testament it's hard, right? If you do audio Bible like Genesis, it'll take you 3.5 hours, right? But it's worth it. But if you're in the New Testament, you can probably knock out, some of the long epistles are like, an hour, and some of the short ones are 20, 30 minutes, and try to get them all in, and over and over again if you can. I mean, one a day would be at least, I hate to say it like that because more if you can. I mean, every time, like, if I take a break to watch a video, right, for an hour, it's like, well, that's an hour I could have listened to the Bible. So it's like it is a trade-off, right? I do have to do my research for. I do have to be to get more information about the jab, right? I got to get more information about the political climate. Um, I got to get some more information about how are applying to life to make connections for people. I think that's important. Plus, everything's about people too, right? It's not just about you know Bible knowledge and current events. I mean, we're called to love each other as we love ourselves. And so I want to check on all you guys. And so not only do I want to make sure I check on everybody personally, right? But there's also probably about twice as many as that's in this group that I check on that don't come here yet, that I want them to come here a lot, and I make time for that, to like, hey, how you doing, even if it's every couple days. And because that's all we have is each other. I mean, good luck trying to find somebody out there that just even wants to hear about Jesus, let alone accepts him as their savior. I mean, we've really got to take care of each other, because the enemies are out there, right? Anything we argue about in here, or little squabbles or whatever. I mean, I get it. It's serious and there's real emotions involved, and I get it. I mean, I have the benefit of knowing all the variables. I know most of you personally, and it's really not as bad as you guys think it is when things happen, right? It's usually it's usually you guys thinking it's worse, but there's nobody in here that hates anybody, you know. And so, I mean, it's mostly because people have gone through their own struggles and they have their own way of warming up to people and they have their own way of um, protecting their hearts and all that. And that's all it is, right? And so but this is it, right? It's like us against the world, And this world is you know, upside down, man. Oh man, see, look, come on, man. Don't come in here with that. Coke Wars, I hope you're joking, man. That's like first grade truth, man. That's like first grade truth. If you were going to make like, let's say you had a pet gerbil, right? Or a pet, like a rabbit or something like that, right? Would you put it on a sphere and throw it around the room? Or would you put it in a little living environment? You know, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It would be pretty amazing if it was, but it's not. That like I'm more sure, right, that the Earth is flat in geometric orientation, meaning there's one way up and one way down, and that we're not moving, than I am that there is a China, even though I believe that it's there to a high degree, right? So there's your answer on that. And here it's not really a debatable subject. It's we're past that. Way past that. I mean, we're at the point now where it's like, sometimes I wonder if people are even real people. Like, man, is this like a programmed piece of flesh here? Like, or is this person reachable? Like, is this person inside? I want to help everybody. Hey, I might be riling up the demons, but you know what? I mean, look, enough's enough, man. Enough's enough, man. Let them. I mean, what? I love people. I love animals. I love. There's nothing in the world that I would harm, right? Um, when it was time for me to do my duty for my country, I did. I have nothing to feel ashamed about my life. You know, things I regret. Okay, I regret I had a drinking problem. Pretty serious drinking problem. But my ex-wife was smart and she left. She didn't want to deal with it. It never got to a point where there's a bunch of stuff I need to live down or need any kind of like huge forgiveness for. But of course, compared to God, I feel like a wretch, and I'm grateful to be forgiven for my life. You know, I'm a complete wretch, and I hate my flesh because I just want to love God the best way the perfect way that He wants, and I can't in this flesh suit. I do my best, my absolute best, and I think that that's fine. The only reason I'm satisfied with the way I am is because I know I'm working on it for tomorrow. I mean, if I stopped working on it, if I stopped trying to get better, then yeah, I would not like where I'm at in life. Yeah, no one has a perfect past. That's what I don't get about these people that brag that they've never been in jail and brag that they've, never had a problem or whatever. I mean, Jesus got the death penalty. He went to jail. So did John the Baptist. So did Paul. So did most of the apostles, right? So I mean, hey, I think what's more important is giving Jesus the glory, right? Giving God the glory for everything, right? And and to speak highly of God right now. in these end times, right? So that people want to be part of a Christian group, so they can go to Jesus for salvation, right? I think that's what I think that's what Jesus wants, right? It's for us to treat each other how we would treat ourselves, and to love God with all of our souls and spirits, right? And you know, and to read His Word. And if you're not a good reader, listen to it. You know, So I mean, there's just at this point and in this country, we're without excuse. We should be getting better every day. And I don't know enough about life, right? Uh, or enough about God, right? To tell anybody else how to live, but I do know this: we all know, right, that we all know that we need to get a little bit better. And as long as we are trying to get better, it's okay for us to be happy about who we are, you know. And yeah, I mean, I this is my problem, right? I would say this is a big character flaw that I have, that that I really am sorry about, that might even be affecting the group in a bad way, is that I want to hang on to these people, right? Keep thinking that they're gonna get past that hump and they're gonna save themselves and they're gonna be good, and I know that they'll see their ways, and they'll jump, they'll jump over, and they'll be grateful, and they'll be soldiers of God and all this, right? And I want that for everybody. I want everybody to be the best thing that they could be. But the reality is that there's people that aren't that I can't help, and there's people that I can't reach, and there's and and of course I don't save anybody. That's all God, right? Like, so really, it's about knowing, I'm just insignificant. I'm just a dude, man. I don't even know why people even come watch me. I don't know. I mean, it's I just do my very best, man. You know, that's the only thing I could say is I do my best, and I love God with everything. And I'm almost at the point now, right, with the truth movement, that I would rather go to a channel where somebody is maybe even wrong, as long as they're real. People aren't even real anymore, man. You go to truth channels, and it's an act, man. It's a show. And I get it that there has to be a level of show here where it's entertainment or whatever, or else people won't come here. I get that. It's got to be a flow. It's got to be smooth. I mean, I had a show the other day that was stop and go so bad that at least now you guys know the difference, right? That this like having a show this smooth takes preparation. And so maybe that helps. I don't know, but I've never been special at anything. Just really, and you know, I don't know. I don't know anymore, man. I don't know. I said I would rather be in a room with 16 real people who are real about their faith than in a room with 500 people who are just on everything and have no faith. You're right, man. Just shouting out phrases, that they think they're supposed to say. And see, Cindy, I get what you're saying about Psalm 35. I get it. And all I could say is that you're right, right. It's hard for me to get on board sometimes, right, because I have so much empathy. I feel for other people, and it's like my whole life has been like that. If I do something to make someone else uncomfortable, I feel that. And so, yeah, it makes it difficult, when you have people that are out to harm you and you got to stop them. But I got to feel whatever I put people through. So, yeah, I do want to pray for my enemies to stop doing what they're doing. And they're not going to join us and be right, act right. So I get it. You're right. That's all I could say. And I'm working on it. But yeah, if everyone wants to read Psalm 35, then, read it. And it's a pretty serious, piece of writing, that's for sure. And not very much like it in the Bible. That's one problem. You're right, man. Thought police. That's exactly it. Is that's the problem with the world today? A lack of empathy. And that's why I wonder if this jab, right, is somehow affecting people's empathy, because I've noticed that even with my own mother, she got the jab, man. It's heartbreaking to me. At least my kids haven't gotten it. I'm happy about that, but she got this thing, and she used to talk to me every day. Like, she couldn't go a day without talking to me. And sometimes I don't hear from her, maybe once a week now. Now, who knows what that's all about? Maybe, it's because she's getting older or whatever. And, she's also taking care of somebody that's 20 years older than her. And so, that comes with its own work too. But what's going on? Is there a little fight going on in there? Who's in there saying don't ban me? Where is this guy? I question things too. I found evidence there was this fight. Yeah, but like, it's obvious, right? Why would you say something that's obvious? See, when you come in with like a name like "Don't Ban Me," right? It automatically makes me feel like you're gonna cause some kind of. Anyway, it doesn't matter, man. Do what you want, man. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it broke my heart to have my mom, uh, take that job. But you know what? What can I do, man? Everybody is their own human being. Everybody has their own. That was the hardest thing to accept, about having kids, because you want control of taking care of them, keeping them safe, right? But at some point, it's not up to you anymore. And that's hard, man. It does scare me that my kids are, young adults, 18 and 21, at the time when this jab comes out. It's up to them if they get it. And they're absolutely at the youngest they could possibly be to have this type of decision, right? Yeah, that scares me beyond belief, you know. And so, hey, Deborah, is this the same? Is this the same Deb? I don't know. Who knows anymore? Oh, is Sasquatch out of here? Oh, I'll see you. I'll see you later, Sasquatch. Why? What happened? Yeah, they do love drama. Hey, but yeah, if anybody's in there giving you problems or whatever, and it's causing problems in there, if you have a wrench, then I trust whatever. I mean, you know what I mean? However you want to handle it. Yeah, I mean, I have very little patience for, like, people that, I mean, but what, I just let people do what they need to do, man. You know what I mean? Like but if there's 12 people, 16 people that have been coming here all the time and they're part of the group, right? And there's somebody that's just not assimilating over and over again, and they don't have a wrench, right? Well, then, then you're in danger of something, being banned or whatever. That's up to the group, you know. And you know, unless I know what you're about from the beginning. Here's one that says, a kid so used to wearing masks forgot to take it off on picture day. This is a very oh wow, man. Yeah, man, this thing about wearing masks. I mean, do you know that there's some babies out there that live their whole life and haven't seen a smile yet? You know, maybe just from their mom and dad, but like, you know, psychologically that will affect somebody, you know. If you can't tell how a person feels about you and you're unable to communicate, then how would you know, you know? How would you know? I mean, 12 years old, man, that's just to me, 12-year-old is a baby, you know? I mean, could I make a decision like that when I was 12? I probably would just go with the flow, you know? I'd probably just do what the majority is doing to get along, to be, you know, to have people be happy with me. If I was that age, right? I would probably do what you know, what everyone else was doing, you know? Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here, Sasquatch. No, Mark Collier is cool, man. Um, yeah, it's let's see here. True, young 2 to 3 year olds must be think. Oh yeah, I mean that's crazy, man. To wear a mask. I mean, can you imagine being like? I mean, you're just a kid, man, just a little kid, and your first communication is to know that you need a mask on your face. That's. That's. It's already hard enough, you know, for me to picture just you know, kids in class, you know, instead of outside playing and experiencing stuff outside, you know, like sitting at a desk, you know, oh, that just smashes my spirit because I know what that feeling is like sitting at a desk. The only time I was ever excited sitting at a desk is when we did you know, math. I liked math a lot, and you know, I'm not even talking algebra, like pre-algebra, like eighth grade math was like I was into it, you know. And you know, of course I did math after a lot of math after that, but I was excited for that, you know. And then I was also excited when we got to use the little micro pipettes for DNA, you know, studying DNA and biology. I loved that. I loved that. You know, where you have the little gels or whatever, and then you put the DNA with the micropipette, and you put the DNA in the gel. That was exciting to me. I didn't really like dissecting a frog, but I was very good at it. And so my partner, we made an interesting trade. And my lab partner, I got to do the frog, and yeah, that's only half of the story I'm going to tell. But yeah, once I got out of high school, I mean, I got married young, so I got married when I was 20. So that's when the fun really stopped, right? And she was a good lady. She's still a good lady. She's a good mom, and I'm grateful for her. You know, even though we don't really get along that much. I didn't want to dissect the frog either, but I was good at it. Oh, you got you just didn't show up to school. I mean, the hardest part is getting that fatty stuff out first. Like that's the hardest part is all that little yellow stuff. Once you get that out of there, the organs are pretty easy to remove. You know. Oh yeah, I hate when any kind of animal is. I don't even like it. And to be honest, I'm not a vegetarian, but like I only eat maybe a handful of meat a week, maybe, you know. Oh yeah, that smell of formaldehyde. Oh my God, disgusting. You just took off. You didn't even go to school. What did you get? Did you pass your science class? You know, now I look back, it's a cult class, right? A cultic class. John LeBon, is that the real John LeBon? Get out of here! Get out of here! Hey, if that's the real John LeBon, right, and he's just joking, right? We're in the presence of a celebrity, one of the best truthers I've ever seen. I wish he was a Christian man. He'd be an amazing weapon for God, but I would say he's one of the best truthers out there. Oh, it's not? Ah. He's answered some of my messages before, so I mean, like, I'm sure he knows of me or whatever. And I've seen him over on Nathan's channel on Flat Earth Debate. Hey, he got out of Australia right on time, huh? I almost wonder if he was tipped off, man. He seems to me like one of those truthers that's like, on the in crowd, if you know what I mean. No way! Is that Pancho Pete? Speaking of celebrities, now I know that's Pancho Pete right there. Woo! Now that makes me happy. I wish Michelle was here now. That would be awesome. I've always wanted to do a show with Michelle and Pancho Pete, but that whole thing with what's his name was going on. And man, such crappy timing. But I still want to do it. I just feel bad that I got his hopes up that we were going to do it. And Michelle was down to do it too. But I haven't heard from her in a little bit. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised, Pancho Pete, because he seems like a truther that's on the it's on the inside, meaning yeah, celebrity truther, if you know what I mean, like privileged. Anyway, they're easy to tell now. Like I've actually had it to where like I was kind of surrounding myself with some, right? Like I never say when I know, like not to their face, like I know, there's no doubt, right? But like, because I wonder, like, if they could be saved, right, and they want to be saved, then that's the ultimate thing I care about. But I always think about it. I always think about it, like, what's going on. Because it goes a lot down lower than I've ever thought it could ever go. Not lower as in people, but like from from elite all the way down. And so it is what it is, right? I know, Ray. But it's about time for me to hit the old dusty trail. Man, this was a good show. Yeah. Thank you so much, Faith. Yeah, praise God, man. You know, it, whoever can be saved, right? If that's everybody, or because I only know what's inside of me. I don't know what's inside of everybody else, right? I just know I'm supposed to treat people as I would treat myself, love them as I would love myself. And so I would say this, right? Um, whoever can be saved, I want to help them do that. You know, I mean, I know that that's up to God and them, right? And God does all the saving, and God creates all the new believers, and God does all the salvations, right? But if I could be a part of that for anybody, right? And you know, that makes me feel happy. That's what I want to be known for. If if I'm ever going to be known for anything, I want to be known for how much I love God, or or how great He is to me, you know. And so I'm glad you're pumped up, Sasquatch. Man, I feel great that Pete was here. That makes me feel happy. And I'm gonna do a second show tonight, guys. And so I have another outline for tonight, so it'll be a little different. I know that this was kind of a repeat of last night, but I wanted to get to a point in the outline where people know that this is about people, that's where my outline ended today, is that, yeah, it's about the Bible, yeah, it's about the truth, yes, it's about, where we are in the end times, right? But it's about people first and foremost. And none of us has the perfect answers, right? As long as we lean on the fact that the Bible is true and that God has a perfect understanding of it and that we want what God wants, right? Desperately, right? Then that's what matters. Our own spin on it, our own take on it doesn't matter as much as us leaning completely and totally on God, you know? And praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. All glory goes to him. And he shouldn't have to share that glory with anybody, Think about everything he's done for us, I mean, people always want to blame God, like, why is there evil on earth? Well, he could get rid of evil in 1 second, but he'd have to get rid of us. And so we all want him to get rid of the evil, but we all want him to keep us around, right? And so, if anything, he's just tolerating it because he loves us, right? And I couldn't be more grateful. So that's all I got to say. I love you guys, and to double up on Cindy's point earlier, read Psalm 35. It's pretty serious, but we're getting to that point where we need to start thinking about stuff like that. That's right, we are. Well, hey, that's it, Thought Policeman. Everything's inverted. So if they're the elites in the world, that means that we are, right? And so, everything's inverted out there. And so, I'm glad to be on this side of it. But anyway, so I'll see you guys tonight, probably about 7. I'll put out a message if it's going to change. Please leave me some show ideas and thoughts, and anybody that wants to give a testimony or anything like that, I would love to do that tonight. If not, I'll think of something, okay? And so, God bless you guys. Praise Jesus for his sacrifice and his grace. Thank you so much. Have a good day.